KILR Killer Game.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to some retro flying. And you might be thinking, what do you mean retro flying? Well, this is good old Flight Simulator 10, FSX, but this is the original. Fresh install Flight Simulator 10 Deluxe, no service packs. Apparently I got this in the way here. Just get rid of that. No service packs, no add-ons, no mods, no custom content, and no acceleration, no expansion. Which, I don't know if you're going to find anyone out there that is going to be flying vanilla FSX. I would say probably a good majority of people that are out there that have FSX probably have it loaded up with add-ons and everything. But we're going to do something different because, well, that's what we're all about here at this channel. So we're going to be aiming downwards there. We're going to be flying a Beechcraft Baron 58. We're going to be taking off from Spokane, Washington. And where exactly are we going to be flying? Well, let's take a look at... If I click that, is that going to mess things up? I have no idea. That is the route that we're going to take here. We're going to Helena. Or actually, Helena. There's Silver City is the name of the airport. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not in Helena. It's in Alpena. I don't know. Okay, so... just go ahead and just load that back in just to be safe. Oh, I could have just clicked cancel. That's right. Okay. So we are good to go here. And we will go ahead and load ourselves in. Let's go ahead and show you the settings that I have set up here. I have to actually turn this back to display so that you can see what we got going here. We got lens flare, light bloom, advanced animations, and this is just to show you that this is the vanilla because what was it, service pack 2 and acceleration added the DX10 preview right here, and you can see that it's not there. I've got this set up for trilinear anti-aliasing instead of anastrophic because this unpatched version of FSX has a lot of out of memory errors. I mean, an incredible lot. I've had this thing crash on me 10 times. And that's with no add-ons or anything on there. So, yeah. Hey, why am I tool cockpits on? I don't want that on there. So we got aircraft cast shadows on the ground, on itself, landing lights. I've got all of these things punched up. I can probably, let's turn this down to a little bit. We'll make it very dense. Keep those where they are. I got thermal visualization, which I don't know. I've never actually seen that, so, but I noticed it was in P3D. Then traffic, I got it set here, about 39% there, 30% for general aviation. So you can see what I got. I like having cars on the road, so I set it at 50%. Don't really need a whole lot of ships and leisure boats. And then, of course, I turn off the aircraft labels, because that gets annoying when you're seeing air traffic and, you know, text and stuff up in the air. Okay, and to move around, you have to hold the space bar down. Then you can use the mouse button to look around and stuff. Well, we got some shiny lights here. Now keep in mind, I don't have shaders or anything on here. I don't have any texture replacements, no mesh, no active sky, none of that stuff. This is just bare bones. And I'm going to go ahead and I keep thinking I'm hearing that out of memory error. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of here. I am hearing it. Maybe it's my imagination. I think it's my imagination. I kept hearing those sounds for out of memory. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if it crashes. Now I don't have Chase Plane loaded up either, which would actually tell me if I'm running out of memory. But yeah, we're not doing that. There's no add-ons or anything to this.
Spokane Airport information Delta 1747 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition. Few clouds at 3,400. Temperature 102.0. Altimeter 29902. ILS. Runway 3 in use. Landing and departing runway 3. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Delta. Spokane Airport information Echo 1747.
That needs to be a little bit louder. We'll turn it up here.
Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Spokane clearance delivery. Beach November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Mike Tango 1. Beach November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra is cleared to Mike Tango 1-8. Airport is filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 11,000. Departure frequency is 123.75. Squawk 2437. Beach November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra cleared at Mike Tango 1-8. Airport as filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 11,000. Departure on 123.75. Squawk 2437. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready to taxi.
Okay, I want to go ahead and get our navs set up here. So I'm going to pull up the navigation log. There we go. I swear, I think I'm still hearing that sound. I am hearing it. I am hearing it. I thought I was. That's the alert saying that I'm like out of memory or about to run out of memory or something. For a moment I thought it might have been part of the part of the engine, but nope. Yeah, so this could crash on us at any time. Alright, the first one is 117.8. Okay, well maybe if we chose the right the right one here. Okay, looks like we're 77 miles from that. My cat's back in the room again. All right, let's go ahead and get going here.
Spokane, round, beach, November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra with Echo, ready to taxi IFR. Beach, November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra, taxi to and hold short of runway 3 using taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha, contact tower on 118.3 when ready. Taxi 2 and hold short runway 3 via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha, beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
For a moment, I was about ready to respond by voice, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that on here. So this came out in 2006. It's 2021, 15 years later, and we cannot max this out without having problems. I mean, seriously. Yeah, they future-proofed it, but apparently they didn't think about the limits of 32-bit programs. So you wouldn't be able to max this thing all the way out without it crashing and telling you that you're out of memory. Or getting alert sounds like I'm getting in the background. I also don't have Navigraph connected. So I'm not sure where at the airport we are. That's why I turned on the progressive taxi. I'm seeing what looks like possibly graphic glitches happening up here. Hello, Shadow. I notice this happens more and more if you start having the memory issues. Hi. My co-pilot is here with me. Hi. I already took a bath, but apparently that's that's not sufficient for him. You're not really helping. Especially when you're rubbing your head on the hand that has the controller. No, don't step on the keyboard. Hi. He's laying here on the desk upside down looking at me. Hi. Now, I was inspired to do this stream because I am reinstalling the FSX boxed edition, and I'm going to be setting it up differently than what I have the Steam version, which is going to be set up differently than P3D. Where am I going? Runway 3? Is this it? That's it.
Orbit 1103 cleared to land. Runway 3. Follow the aircraft on final.
Good old orbit.
Cleared to land. Runway 3. Orbit 1103. Spokane Tower, Beach, November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra at runway 3. Ready for takeoff. IFR to Mike Tango 18. Beach, November 7-1 Foxtrot Sierra. Hold short. Runway 3. Traffic is Boeing MD-80 on final. Hold short. Runway 3. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
With these memory errors, you wouldn't be able to fly a PMDG aircraft. Hello there, RP Sims. Good to see you there. Don't cause any problems. Shadow. Why don't you go sit down? Look at those lights. I don't think I ever had my FSX do that.
Turn next taxiway.
Soar? That's the first time I've heard that one. I've never heard of that livery, Soar. I mean, I know they're generic, but I don't remember ever hearing that. I know I hear Orbit and Landmark, World Travel, but Soar,
Orbit 1103, go around.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
Going around. Orbit 1103. Orbit 1103. Contact Spokane approach on 123.75. Soar 864. Exit runway when able. 123.75.
Here he's going around.
1103. Soar 864, contact ground on 121.9er. Beach, November 71, Foxtrot Sierra. Cleared for takeoff, runway 3. Cleared for takeoff, runway 3. Beach, November 71, Foxtrot Sierra.
And so there's another thing that I think is kind of a neat idea is with the recent release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020,
World Travel 3330, Spokane Tower. Fly straight in, runway 3.
I think it would be interesting to go back and see how FSX was when it was first released.
Cleared to land, runway 3. World Travel 3330.
Is that showing?
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Contact Spokane departures on 123.75. Going to 123.75. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Spokane departure. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra is at 3,400. Climbing 1000. November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, Spokane departure, roger, altimeter 29er 2. Beach 1, Foxtrot Sierra, turn right, heading 080, proceed on course, climb and maintain 1000. Cessna 612, traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,900 feet clearance, support them in sight, orbit 1103, turn right, heading 250. Turn right, heading 250, orbit 1103. Cessna 612, have the beach bearings in sight. Turn right, heading 080, proceed on course, climb and maintain 1000, beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
080? Why are we doing that? Uh-oh. It's getting so laggy. Look at it. I think this thing is about to crash. Yep, there it goes. Your computer has run out of available memory. Please restart Flight Simulator and select different graphics, scenery, or traffic settings. So a computer 15 years later cannot fly this. This thing was buggy as heck when it first came out. Alright, so we're going to lower the settings here. I've got that at ultra high, which, I don't know, I don't really notice anything at ultra high. Let's go in here, let's see what else we can do. I love the light bloom, but I think we're going to have to turn that off. I know, I really like what it looks like. Alright, we won't put the shadows on there. That's down. Here, let's turn down the special effects to medium. Water effects. Let's put that high times 1. We'll turn this down. The good old tweaking of Flight Simulator. I'll keep that at large. I'll keep that the way it is. Oh, and this really isn't that much. We'll see if that does anything there. Let's look at my... Let's try another voice here. Let's go for male pilot number 6. Oh, don't want to auto-open that. Realism, yeah, let's have GFX. Okay, all that is set. And by the way, you set that music right here. There's like 8 different tunes to select from. I'll go ahead and save my configuration there. Then we'll go over here and we will load that flight all over again. Vanilla number 1, that's what I called it. Oh, I can delete these, good. I was doing something before with it. Well, we will see what happens here. Why'd it crash? Because it hit that 4 gigabyte limit. It's a 32-bit program. So it's limited to only 4 gigs of RAM. Even though I've got 32 in here, it can only use 4 gigs. And this thing was not optimized well at all when it came out. I mean, you can see I don't have any add-ons, expansions, nothing on this. And this thing would give out-of-memory errors. Now, I think it got... They managed to improve it when they released the 2 service packs. And then acceleration. Because I don't have that problem with those added, or even the Steam edition. I don't have a problem with it until I do load it up with add-ons and stuff. But right out of the box, even if you had a supercomputer that could play this maxed out, you wouldn't be able to. It would run out of memory. So I think it's quite fascinating going back and looking at this. Many years later. Just so we could remember what exactly was it like when it first came out. It's been so long ago, many people may not remember. Me? I didn't even get FSX when it first came out. I was afraid to get it. I didn't think my computer would be able to handle it. I was flying with FS9 and it was running beautifully. I figured, hey, it's not broken. Don't fix it. So I didn't get FSX until later.
Spokane Airport Information Delta 1506 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition. Few clouds at 5,700. Temperature 152.5. Altimeter 299er2. ILS. Runway 3 in use. Landing and departing runway 3. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Delta. Spokane Airport Information Delta 1506 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Spokane clearance delivery. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Mike Tango 1. Beach November 71.
It'll be interesting if we ever make it to the airport.
Airport is filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 1000. Departure frequency is
My co-pilot's behind me.
1.75. Squawk 1506. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Clear to Mike Tango 18. Airport as filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 1000.
Now I did install FSUIPC 4 because I have a registered copy. Because I was hoping that it would do the auto saves and everything, and that would save a lot of trouble. However, the add-on menu does not show up here. So maybe that version of FSUIPC has got to have the service packs or acceleration installed in order for it to work.
Spokane ground. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra with Delta. Ready to taxi IFR. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 3 using taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready. Taxi 2 and hold short runway 3 via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Alright, we'll try this again. I put on all my lights. I'm like, well, what the heck? Where's Alpha? Somewhere around here. Oh, wait. This is not the right way. Maybe we should turn on the progressive tab. Oh, my! Oh no! Oh, where am I? I'm like distracted here. We got people showing up. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Killer Gamer channel. Nice to have you all here. And by the way, on the very top is a new little boss thing that I kind of threw up there. So that way, the more followers there are, it like takes hit points out of me. And then like someone becomes the new boss. So I figured I would put that in there just for fun. Well, hello, Simcon 737. Nice to see you. Welcome to the Killer Gamer channel, where we are flying the vanilla Flight Simulator 10. No patches, no expansions, no add-ons, nothing, nada, zilch. And it's already crashed once with out of memory. with just vanilla scenery. That's how poorly designed it was when it first came out. It at least improved with the patches that came out, but you know, with Flight Simulator 2020 coming out, and with me doing a reinstall of the boxed edition, because I'm going to be setting that up differently than what I have the Steam edition and what I have P3D set up as, I thought this was a good opportunity, you know, to do some streams and some videos of the bare bones vanilla FSX, which I don't know if you may be hard pressed to see anyone doing vanilla FSX, because, oh, I don't know, 15 years later, people have got this thing loaded up, you know, with add-ons and stuff.
Spokane Tower, beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, ready for IFR departure, runway 3. Beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, cleared for takeoff, runway 3.
And Sogen Okami, nice to have you here with us.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 3.
And so for all of you that are joining, I do a variety of different simulators on this channel. I go all the way back to Flight Simulator 1. Also do X-Plane 11, going all the way back to X-Plane 5. So if you like to see old classic simulators, you'll be able to see them right here. So thank you so much for following. You'll get those notifications of when I go on live. And also, I do have a YouTube channel, KILR TV. And there are tons of videos there as well. And I lost track of everyone that was following, so welcome everyone. And FS9, yes, that is one of my all-time favorites. I'm in the process of getting FS9 reinstalled. So if you're an FS9 fan, like me, got some good things coming. And I don't mean just default FS9. With the classic simulators, I load them up with add-ons and custom content and all that. It's just with FSX, I'm doing the opposite.
Contact Spokane departure on 123.75.
But I will be enhancing this one.
123.75 for each one, Foxtrot Sierra.
So if anything, this is going to be kind of like a progression type of thing, where you'll get to see FSX when it first came out, and then after acceleration was installed, and then slowly as I start adding all new, you know, ground textures, sky textures, all that stuff.
Spokane departure, beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra.
My co-pilot's behind me. So this is an example of just one thing that I've got here. Flight Environment X.
Roger. Altimeter 2992. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn right, heading 080. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 11000.
So that'll be one of the things that I install once I get around to that.
Turn right, heading 080. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 11000. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Contact Spokane departure on 133.35. Going to 133.35. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Let's see. Turn on that autopilot. It's like, hey, autopilot that works. Autopilot that doesn't send you crashing to the ground. Holy crap, I cannot get the right... You click it too fast. Okay, I think that'll do it. And hopefully we won't get any more out of memory errors. That was kind of annoying.
Spokane departure, beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra is at 5,500, climbing 11,000. Beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, Spokane departure, roger, altimeter 29902. Beach 1, Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 110.
Boy, they're gonna direct us all over the place.
Turn right heading 110, Beach 1, Foxtrot Sierra.
Yeah, the Steam Edition is great. I like the Steam Edition. I just recently got that back up and running.
Beach 1, Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your turn to heading 110.
It's like, be quiet. One of the previous streams that I did was of the Steam Edition, and I've got Active Sky, Rex, GEX, Level 1, Level 2. Yeah, so I got all that stuff installed on there. Quite sure where we're heading in that direction. We should be heading directly to the VOR. Oh, and you know what else is here on FSX? Distance measuring equipment. Oh my goodness, that's like a new thing. They don't even use that in the year 2020 or 2021 apparently. At least according to Asobo Studios. So you'll get to see everything here with all the default textures, autogen, the clouds and everything. Keep in mind, we cannot download real weather into the sim with just the regular menu options, because it's like their agreement with, what was it, Jeppesen or whatever, was like long since passed. So the only way you can get weather injection is by, using something like Active Sky or Rex, or there's another program I've got called FS Global Weather, I think, and that works on FS9 as well. So if you want to inject real world weather into FS9, you would use that program. Where's all my light switches at? Oh, they're down here where I can't see them. Gotta love it. In the days where you can't remove the yoke. See if I can maybe zoom in and get something here. There's some of the lights over there. There's taxi. I can move this way. There's some screen tearing. Landing lights. Okay, that's not what we want. Oh, I see some stuff here.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, contact Spokane approach on 132.1. 132.1, Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'm like slowly making my way around the steering wheel, or yoke. Steering wheel. Yeah, there you go. I'm flying a car. It's a flying car.
Spokane approach, Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra is climbing through 8,400 for 1000. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, Spokane approach, roger, altimeter 2992. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left heading 080, proceed on course. Turn left heading 080, proceed on course. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
And look at that shiny there. Look at that. That kind of blows me away because my Steam edition doesn't do that. Maybe it's because I didn't turn it on. Oh no! We're getting out of memory errors again. Hold on. That is a warning telling me that this is about to run out of memory. Keep in mind, this is a 32-bit program limited to only 4 gigs of memory. Even though I have 32 gigs in this machine, it does not see it. And so even if you had the machine to max everything out back in those days, you wouldn't be able to. The sim would just crash. So I think it's interesting, just out of retrospective, to look back and just kind of remember how it was when this first came out. Was it as bad as we remember? Or was it actually pretty good? You got FS9, 4.5, 5.1. Yep, I have those two. Yep, I got 4.5. Yeah. And then add Flight Sim 1, Flight Sim 2, 3, 4, 5, 95, 98, 2000, 2002. Add all of those, along with add-ons, expansions, content. And then on top of that, Sublogic Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore 64, the Commodore Amiga, Sublogic Flight Light, Sierra Pro Pilot, and the sequel Pro Pilot 99, and Terminal Realities Fly and Fly 2. And also Sublogic ATP, which I still have to do streams on, and videos. I have Flight Unlimited 3, but I don't have 1 and 2 yet. Though that's on my list. Yep, here too I started with Sublogic. The Commodore 64 was my first one. I have a registered version of FSUI PC, which that was the one thing that I was going to install on this, so that way it would have the autosaves. But I don't think it works unless I have these service packs and acceleration installed, because there's no add-on menu up here. So I have no option to select it. It saw it when I booted up FSX. It came up with a pop-up saying, do you want to activate FSUI PC DLL? And I'm like, oh yeah. So it saw it. I can't access anything from it though. Yeah, so the Commodore 64 was my very first flight simulator. That was my very first one. And I started doing a video series of that on my YouTube channel over a couple of years ago. It's KILR Gamers World Tour. And I wanted to relive the memories that I had on the Commodore 64 with the scenery discs, flying, from state to state and all the different airports. I wanted to see if it would hold my attention. I wanted to see if I could still have fun with it, like I did, back when I was a teenager. And I have now 30 episodes now of that. And that world tour has gone, it's extended to other simulators where they're all flying the same flight plan for the most part, wherever there happens to be coverage. So the Commodore Amiga is also following that same flight plan. And then Microsoft Flight Simulator 2, 3, and 4. No, skip 4. 2 and 3 are also following that same flight plan, which those two I didn't play when they had first come out. 4 is going to try to follow the same flight plan as 5 up, because with 4, that was the first one you could add custom content to. And so yeah, it's that world tour has extended to 31 simulators in total, going all the way up to Flight Simulator 2020, X-Plane 5 to X-Plane 11.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, contact Seattle Center on 123.905.
If there are ways I can enhance it with add-ons and stuff, I do that.
Point 123.905, Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
So this gives you a chance to watch actual full flights and see the difference between all the different simulators.
Seattle Center, Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, with you 1000.
Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, Seattle Center, roger, altimeter 2992.
And I try to set up all the simulators so that way they're different from each other, so that way they're not using the same add-ons. So I try to mix it up a little bit, so that way each simulator has its own unique take. We got more people joining. Two-Force, I missed that. Two-Faced, Disc $7.99. Thank you for joining, as well as bringing your friends here. Appreciate that. You're all probably in time for Flight Simulator to crash with an out-of-memory error. That is the alert sound that you're hearing in the background. It's going bing, bing. That's Windows 7 saying there's something wrong. I'm doing good. Hope you're all doing well. Glad you're all here. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I do play the newer Sims. I do have Flight Simulator 2020, and I have X-Plane, I have P3D. But I go back and I fly these old ones as well. That is Windows 7. You are correct.
Sierra, turn right, heading 115.
Turn right, heading 115. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
I have a dual boot system. I have Windows 7 and Windows 10. So the Steam edition is over on Windows 10. I've got the boxed edition over here on Windows 7. I also have P3D version 4.5 over here because it was having problems with Windows 10. Things would happen to where I couldn't access the menu. I couldn't right click and get to the menu, nothing. None of that was working, and it was getting really frustrating. But over here on Windows 7, P3D 4.5 works beautifully. And then I have version 5.1 on Windows 10. And of course, Flight Sim 2020, because it'll only work over there.
1 Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your turn to heading 115.
Yeah, so Windows 7 is saying, hey, whatever you're doing, you're about ready to run out of memory. Now, it's a 64-bit version of Windows 7, so the operating system's not going to crash. But it's crazy. This is the bare-bones vanilla version of FSX, no service packs, no add-ons, nothing. And this thing is like about ready to run out of memory. And I have to keep tweaking it. I have to keep moving the sliders down. So that way that doesn't happen. And if I do an external view and scroll all the way around, that just makes it worse.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left heading 090, resume on navigation.
Turn left, heading 090, proceed on course. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Alright, we got about 18 miles there. Here, I'll just switch it on nav. Oh, there it is! There it is! Told ya! Let's see. Realism, all that stuff should be fine. Let's see if I need to tweak things a little bit. Now, I want my road vehicles. I want my cars on the road. I want to see those. Cloud draw distance. Yeah, I had this one maxed all the way out. Apparently, we're not going to be able to do that. All right. So I'm going in here and I'm kind of tweaking things here a little bit. We'll put that to that. I'm going to turn that light bloom back on, which is probably going to kill the graphics. Target frame rate 20 frames? No, unlimited. Anti-aliasing apparently seems to kill it also. Yeah, those out of memory, I mean, it's driving me nuts right now. The thing is, when I had finally got, I didn't get FSX when it first came out. I had FS9. I was afraid FSX wouldn't work on my computer, and FS9 wasn't broken. You know, I loved it. It was a great simulator. It worked. Worked smooth, and so I kept flying that. And then when I had built a new computer, I then decided to give FSX a try, and it ran okay. And I did not have any problems with that I could remember with out-of-memory issues. I remember reading people talking about it, but I never really had an issue. But once I started loading things up on FSX, then, you know, I would start to get problems. But here, there's like nothing loaded up at all. And it's just, it can't handle it. Where are we at here? I don't think we're at 11,000. Maybe we are. Oh, we are. Okay. Well, that works. Let's turn that on. 37 miles. All right. This here, the bloom, just blows me away because I don't even think I have that turned on the other ones. I don't. Maybe I did. All I know is I don't remember seeing this in the other versions. So I don't know. It would just kind of surprise me when I saw this. Oh, really? With Active Sky?
Contact Seattle Center on 123.905.
I have Active Sky and I have Rex on Steam Edition. I use them both.
123.905. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
And I use that in conjunction with the Toga products, the MTEX and the M Sound. The M Shade doesn't work for FSX, but it works for P3D.
Seattle Center, Beach, November 7-1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
And so Active Sky injects the weather,
Seattle Center, Roger.
and then together with Rex Skyforce 3D and the Active Sky Cloud Art, put them together and you get some really beautiful layers of clouds with the two of them together. Not only with FSX, but also with P3D version 4.5. But unfortunately, you can't do it with 5 because Rex is not compatible with version 5. So we left Spokane, Washington, and we're flying to Silver City. I thought maybe we were going to go to Helena. But no. Oh, it is in Helena. Okay, then Flight Simulator was giving me the wrong thing. I look up Silver City Airport. That's what it is in Flight Simulator 10. But if you look it up on Google Maps, it's actually called the Grant County Airport. Wait a minute, that's New Mexico. Why is it giving me that? Helena's in Montana. There's a Helena Regional Airport. I don't know. I have no idea where it's taking us. I thought it was Helena. Apparently not. So what's happening with Active Sky and the Steam Edition? Is it just crashing on you? Because I haven't had any trouble with it, so I'm just curious. Huh. Is it out of memory errors, or is it just crashing for whatever reason? Just crashes. That's weird. Well, I'm sure you've already done the typical troubleshooting, like downloading the latest version of Active Sky. What is it? It should be AS 2016, if I remember correctly. That doesn't make me feel old at all. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not offended. I'm just being sarcastic. So I came across something, Simcom, that might help you. Have you heard of the DX10 fixer for FSX? I just found out about it a couple days ago because I was looking to add shaders and stuff to my Steam Edition, and I found out about the DX10 fixer, which allows you to run it in DX10, and it kind of helps out with the memory issue. So I don't know if maybe that would help or not. There you go. Give you a link. So that will put instead of the pressure being put on your CPU, it'll make more use out of your graphics card as far as the memory from that. And it's really amazing. it fixes a lot of the glitches that the preview version of DX10 causes. Like if you have like Orbix, the lights have black squares and stuff on them. It fixes that. It fixes a whole bunch of other problems. You start getting lights and shadows coming in through the cockpit, just like P3D. And also, the guy also has another mod which adds shadows underneath the clouds. So yeah, if you take a look at my previous stream that I did the other day, I did that using the DX10 fixer along with the cloud shadows and the shaders, SweetFX. And that's with Active Sky and Rex and all that. So, and that's with the Steam edition. So maybe seeing that will maybe help out. Where are we at here? 5 miles? Let's switch this over to heading so we're not going around in circles. Our next VOR is 112.8. I thought I turned tooltips off. Well, I haven't been getting that memory alert yet. I wonder if the anti-aliasing was causing the problem. I don't know. Let me go to an external view. That's usually what causes the problem. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate that. Well, I'm not getting any memory issues so far. Knock on wood, which there's none around here. Am I out of fuel?
4675 with you, flight level 330, Pacifica 4675, Seattle Center, roger.
It sounds like I'm out of fuel. It sounds like it's sputtering. Where's the fuel gauge? Oh, there it is. No, that's fuel flow. There it is. No, we have plenty of fuel. Okay. I keep wanting to use my shortcuts with Chase Plane, and I don't have that set up for this. Eventually I will. Well, that's weird. Now it's... I don't know what the engine's doing. I want to set the boxed edition up with ground environment from Flight 1 and ultimate terrain. And I'm also going to set up prepared 4.5 with the ultimate terrain and the prepared world edition. Because 5.1, I've got Orbix set up with that one. So I want 4.5 to be different from it. I don't want it to just be the same thing. So if we take a look at ground environment, North America 2.0, you can see how it will change things. And I think it looks quite good. So yeah, that is one of the things that I'm wanting to do to kind of make the box edition its own little thing. I'm not going to use a whole lot of payware scenery and stuff unless it's scenery that only works on the box edition and does not work on Steam edition. But I want to try to focus on finding custom content and for this particular simulator. So really the only payware I'll be using is like the Flight Environment X, which is also Flight 1, the Ultimate Terrain, the Ground Environment, and maybe a few older versions of programs. Like maybe if I manage to get a hold of an old version of Rex or something. Oh, see, look, this is working perfectly now. No memory errors or nothing. Once I turned off the anti-aliasing, no problems. What? I'm also going to set up like more than one install of this. Basically, I'll just make a copy of the base version and then I'll just swap it out. But I have another global scenery thing that I'm actually using with FS9 called F-Scene 4X, which works on FS9 and FSX, and I think P3D, I'm not sure. And then there's an older version of F-Scene that I use for Flight Simulator 2002.
Each one Foxtrot Sierra, Contact Salt Lake Center on 133.4. Going to 133.4, Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra. Salt Lake Center, Beach November 71, Foxtrot, Sierra, with you. Beach November 71, Foxtrot, Sierra, Salt Lake Center, Roger, altimeter 2992.
Now, ATC programs, I have quite a few. I've got ProFlight Emulator, I've got Vox ATC, I've got Pilot to ATC. What I'm going to be using the ProFlight 3, the PF3. I'm going to use that over on Windows 10 with FSX Steam, along with X-Plane and P3D5. Meanwhile, over here on Windows 7, I'm going to use the old ProFlight emulator. I got Vox ATC back when it was version 5. So I'm actually going to use Vox ATC version 5 with the boxed edition, because the text-to-speech voices, I've got some old ones that worked fine with it. Like, I had a couple of AT&T natural voices that worked to version 5, and they would not work on version 7. So I can make use of older text-to-speech voices on the old version of Vox ATC. And I think I have a version 1 of Vox ATC that I managed to find, which is for Flight Simulator 2004. I didn't even know it went back that far. So, and I haven't even tried it out yet. Alrighty, RP. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Well, now that we've figured out what was causing the memory issues, at least I think it's the anti-aliasing, I should be able to continue tweaking it from here to try to get the best that I can out of it. Do you need to go out of the room? We got about 33 miles until we get to MSO. I am not sure what MSO is. I can look it up though. ProFlight emulator or ProFlight 3 is kind of the closest thing that you could get, because there's over 100 real recorded voices, but they're phrases and words that are stitched together like this here. But if that doesn't bother you too much, some of them sound okay. There's tons of different voices there, and they have some that will play in certain areas of the world, so it gives you a little bit of a different feel. You can't get ProFlight emulator anymore, so it's just basically ProFlight 3 or PF3.
Salt Lake Center, orbit 737.
And there's a story behind ProFlight.
772, Salt Lake Center, Roger.
So it started off with ProFlight 98, This is for Flight Simulator 98. This was my jam right here, Flight Simulator 98. I had this expansion. Actually, I still have it. You know, I never got rid of it. And I had a blast with Flight Simulator 98. Then there is ProFlight 2000 right here. That's for Flight Simulator 2000. Which is pretty much an extension of ProFlight 98, just with more voices, more phrases, more flexibility. And then Flight Simulator 2002 came out, and that was the first one in the Microsoft series that had ATC out of the box. And oh my word, that ATC has problems. If you don't follow their instructions quick enough, they will cancel your flight plan and you can't file another one. It won't let you. Which they fixed that in FS9, thankfully. But when FS9 came out, it's called On-Course Software. They came out with an emulator that would allow you to use ProFlight 2000 on Flight Simulator 2004. So thus, it was called ProFlight Emulator.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Contact Spokane approach on 124.9er.
And it works really well. And that also carried over into FSX, and you can use it on P3D, and you can even use it on X-Plane. You have to have a special plug-in in order to use it.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
So if you don't count the emulator, ProFlight 1 was 98, ProFlight 2 was 2000, and then 3 is their latest one, which they just refer to as PF3. And that one, I think it's got like 110 voices. And there's a trial that you can check out. I'll give you a link to that also. By the way, they're not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor. I don't have sponsors. It'd be cool if I did. Okay, so that is the site for PF3. And I've also got a lot of videos over on my YouTube channel where I used ProFlight Emulator. And I'm planning on getting ProFlight 3 soon, so I can use that on Windows 10, and I'll use the ProFlight emulator over here on Windows 7. So just keep an eye on your notifications, and you'll be able to catch me when I'm actually using that. That'll give you an idea of what it sounds like and how it works. And if you like what you hear, might want to take a look at it. I also have Radar Contact for version 4 or something. It was released for free because the developer stopped working on it, so he released it for free. You could get it off of like flightsim.com. So when I start doing FS9 videos, I'm hoping to get that installed soon. I'll have ProFlight Emulator working with it. So if you'd like to see some FS9, you'll be able to see that ATC program. And PF3 is just like ProFlight Emulator. It just has a few extra features to it. Good old VOR navigation here. Apparently we don't have any DME yet. Another one of my favorites is Vox ATC, where it uses the text-to-speech. It was the first program of its kind where it was speech recognition, so you could speak to it, it would respond. And also Vox ATC is the only ATC program out there that generates its own air traffic and controls it. So you actually have to turn the air traffic off on the simulator, and then Vox ATC will generate its own traffic and will actually control it. It'll direct it and
Salt Lake Center,
stuff.
November 3778 Yankee, with you. Mooney, November 3778 Yankee, Salt Lake Center, roger, altimeter 2992. Spokane approach, beach November 71.
This ATC,
Beach November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, Spokane approach, roger, altimeter 2992.
it kind of fakes it. It makes it seem like it's controlling stuff, but it's more like it's just kind of telling you what's happening, but it gives you the illusion that it's actually controlling the planes. It's a lot different when you mess with Vox ATC. And I've got over 30 text-to-speech voices now. A lot of those come from Windows 10. So I use that with Vox ATC version 7, as well as Pilot to ATC on Steam Edition, P3D version 5, and Flight Simulator 2020. I don't use the ATC on that anymore. I use Pilot to ATC specifically for Flight Sim 2020. And I got to tell you, when you get all of those text-to-speech voices, you have like a wide variety of stuff. And I even have some voices in there that, I don't know, are a little unique. Like, for example, I have a demon voice, I have a goblin, I have a pixie, I have a ghost, I have a robot, along with a whole bunch of other voices. And then the stuff that I got from Windows 10 are actually foreign language voices. So they're not really meant to speak English, but they can sort of kind of speak English, and so it's got an accent and everything. So yeah, I have fun taking these simulators and just modding them and enhancing them in, different ways. And I do actually have serious aircraft. I do have a PMDG 747 and a 737. I have the Majestic Dash 8. I have 3 A2A aircraft. The V-35 is my favorite. I've got FS2 crew on both of the PMDGs. I also got it for the Aerosoft Airbus collection and also the Quality Wing 757 collection. So I do have, you know, some serious, more serious aircraft out there. But I do a variety of all kinds of different type of flying. So it's, you never know what to expect. You never know what to expect with my channel. And I'm pretty good with general aviation. The airliners, if I manage to land those safely, it's like cause for celebration. Okay, I think my kitty wants out, so I will be right back while I let him out.
Spokane approach, Mooney, November 3778 Yankee, with you.
Mooney, November 3778 Yankee. Spokane approach, roger. Altimeter 2992.
Okay, we're back here. Interesting, I'm still not getting any DME. I do have it set up correctly though. Maybe it's too far. And so here's, I have like a whole bunch of flight simulation stuff, but I just recently got this. This is World Airports for Flight Simulator 2000 and 2002. One of our viewers redeemed KILR points. You earn KILR points on this channel just for watching, and you can redeem them for cool things. So you can redeem them for flights that you'd like to see. So if you want to see a particular type of flight with Flight Sim 2020, you just watch, earn those points, and you can redeem them for like an hour flight, 2-hour flight, you know, whatever the case is. And you can redeem if you want to see something on X-Plane 11 or X-Plane 7 or Flight Simulator 5. And when I do those, I will give you the 110% experience, because it won't be just the default flight between the two airports. It'll be enhanced with add-ons, custom content if I can find it. And one of the airports, actually there's 2 airports on here that I'll be able to use for the flight that was redeemed with those KILR points. So I just need to get this installed.
H1 Foxtrot Sierra. Contact Salt Lake Center on 133.4.
Point 133.4, H1 Foxtrot Sierra. Salt Lake Center, H November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, with you 11000. H November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, Salt Lake Center, roger, altimeter 2992.
So I try to find ways for you folks to get involved in the channel,
Pacifica 6544.
so that way
Contact
you
Salt
get
Lake
to see the
Center
types of
on
content that you'd like to see.
119.75. Going to 119.75. Pacifica 6544. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Contact Salt Lake Center on 119.75.
Aren't I already over there?
119.75 for Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Yay, let's get bounced back and
Salt Lake
forth.
Center, Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra with you. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Salt Lake Center, Roger. Altimeter 2992.
Also, over on KILR TV, I do have some game reviews that I've been working on of classic flight sim stuff, as well as some newer flight sim stuff. And I've been recording a whole bunch of footage and box openings and all this stuff that's archived at the moment until I can get those together.
Foxtrot Sierra, you're 52 miles west. Turn left, heading 090. Expect vectors visual, runway 26. Approach.
Runway 26.
Turn left, heading 090. Expect vectors visual, runway 26. Approach. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Pacifica 6544. Contact Salt Lake Center on 132.4. Beach 1
Oh, there you go.
Sierra. Contact Salt Lake Center on 132.4. 132.4. Pacifica 6544. Going to 132.4. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
When you redeem the points, it should have given you... Yeah, there it is. I see it. Good. That way I can... DTW. Oh, Detroit. Okay. Yeah, Detroit to Chicago. Yeah, that's not bad. I can definitely do that. And just for fun, what would you like to see for ATC? Do you want to see the ProFlight 3? Do you want to see Vox ATC? Or would you like to see the pilot to ATC? Which one of those three? I'm going to assume ProFlight, because you're wanting something that sounds a little more realistic. Okay, we'll use that. For Chicago, I have the Drzecki Designs Chicago X, and I've got the Airport 1 also. I don't know if I have payware for Detroit. I'll have to take a look. I might. So yeah, the not only will I do a stream, but it will also be recorded, and it will be cleaned up, edited, and it will be featured over on KILR TV as well. The streams only stay on Twitch for like 10 days, and then they fall off and they're gone. So the video will always be there on KILR TV, so that way you can always go back and watch it. Whoops. I was supposed to tune in to Salt Lake Center.
Beach, November 7-1, Foxtrot, Sierra, with you, 1-1000. Beach, November 7-1, Foxtrot, Sierra, Salt Lake Center, Roger, altimeter 2992. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra, turn left heading 055. Turn left heading 055. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
I'm excited. We're not getting any out of memory errors. I squashed it. This is good. But this has been a learning experience too. I've been able to find out what the limit is on the base FSX. It's been an interesting discovery.
Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra. Turn right heading 085.
Make up your mind. Which way am I going? 5585.
Turn right heading 085. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Oh, you did? Great. I got a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff. Everything is in a playlist, too. There's a lot of playlists. But I tried to organize it the best that I can, so that way you'll be able to find things that you like, and you, when it comes to episodes and series, you won't have to dig all around for it. They'll be in a playlist. So like the World Tour, for example, that features all the different simulators. Each simulator has its own playlist. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I do as well. It's not just flight sim. I also do the Sims, truck simulator, cooking simulator, train simulator. I haven't actually done that in a while. Car mechanic simulator, same thing. And then I've got some other ones that I haven't even touched yet. I have like PC building simulator and thief simulator. I also do retro games, sci-fi games like Star Trek Online, No Man's Sky, Empyrean. A lot of the stuff that I do, though, is flight sim. And you might be interested in the it's on hiatus right now, but I have a Flight Simulator 2020 mini-series called Cross the World, where we're going to be going around the world. They're like 5-6 hour flights. It's not a perfect circle. There's some zigging and zagging, but the cities that we pass over, it's kind of like going on a tour. I'll look up actual information about the cities and pull up actual photographs of these places. Learn some really fascinating things of all these places that we've been flying over. We started in Timbuktu, Africa, and Algeria, and so we've been flying along that way, going east, and we've gone to Baghdad and Cairo, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Burma, which apparently is having some problems right now. We've been there. The last thing that we went to was Singapore, and I stopped there at Singapore. I got the Payware airport for Singapore, but I'm waiting for Orbix to release the Singapore landmarks, and then I'll continue on from there. And that's another thing too. So I've been traveling in such a way to where we can go to these POIs, these points of interest, and I'll look up information about what these things are about and some real photographs. And then once we get to it in Flight Simulator, it gives us a chance to kind of compare it and see how well it's represented in the simulator.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn right heading 115.
Turn right heading 115. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'll have to say though, after flying Flight Sim 2020 quite a bit, once you've seen one city, you've kind of seen them all. With the exception of some of the ones that are a little bit more detailed. Because a lot of the cities are just, they're just kind of generic, you know, it's just generic buildings. There's some here and there that are a little different, but with all the photographs that I've been looking at of the places we've been flying over, I wind up being really disappointed that I don't see it in Flight Sim 2020.
Turn left heading 090. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
At the moment, I mean, it's a gorgeous.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'll have to say it's more of a game than it is a simulator at the moment. That's just my opinion.
Salt Lake Center, Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, with you 1000. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, Salt Lake Center, roger, altimeter 2992. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, descend and maintain 8,500. Descend and maintain 8,500. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
But I don't want to give the impression that I'm bagging on Flight Sim 2020. I do enjoy it.
Helena approach on 119.5. Point 119.5. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Helena approach. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra is out of 10,700 for 8,500.
Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Helena approach. Roger. Altimeter 2992.
And I think Prepared and X-Plane are better simulators. They're not as pretty as Flight Sim 2020, but when it comes to simulation, it feels a lot better with those two. Now granted, they've been in development for a long time, and you know, Flight Sim 2020 just came out, but the thing that surprises me is that there's no software development kit. So third-party developers can't really get the full potential out of Flight Sim 2020 yet. And who knows when it's going to come out? Who knows when that software development kit's going to come out? These clouds look so much better than the enhanced atmospherics with P3D5. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up. Oh shoot! It's not. It's not on that one. I gotta figure out where they are. I've got some pictures of what I've been doing there on Flight Sim 2020. It's like I want to bring them over here so that way you can see them, but then we can't hear anything. We can't hear the ATC. But you know what? There is an actual program out there. It does not work with the Steam Edition, but it's called SoundStream, and I'm going to be getting this. It allows you to click out of the simulator and you will still hear the sound of the simulator. That's the link for it right there. And it does not work with the Steam Edition for whatever reason. Still have a bunch of stuff that I haven't even gotten to yet. I recently got this flight environment for Flight Sim or FS9. And then here's some of my old X-Planes. This is X-Plane 7, X-Plane 8. The other ones are somewhere. I'm not sure where they're at. I need to organize. X-Plane 10. And this is the earliest release of X-Plane right here. X-Plane 5. It was the first retail version. 1 through 4 was not released retail. I don't know if those were special orders or what they were.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn left heading 055.
And the first X-Plane that I ever flew was actually 11.
Turn left heading 055. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I honestly didn't think I was going to go back and look at the old X-Planes, and I got to tell you, I'm glad I did. For what X-Plane was able to do out of the box,
Beach Beach 1
back
Foxtrot Sierra.
back
Turn
then
right
was
heading
quite amazing.
085.
Turn right, heading 085. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
And there weren't very many planes, but they flew. They flew nicely. I think.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn left heading 020.
They're interrupting me. ATC interrupting me.
Turn left, heading 020. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
As early as X-Plane 6, they had cars on the road driving. You could see cars on the road. That was years before FSX. And then X-Plane 7, clouds actually casted shadows on the ground.
Left heading 350.
And we didn't see that until P3D.
Turn left, heading 350. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
And even though the scenery is generic, it looks rather good. I like to think of all these simulators as different works of art. You know what I mean? You've got some works of art that are very realistic looking, and you've got other pieces of art that has a surreal look to it, or a more stylized look to it, or pixel art. If we were to go back to Flight Simulator 2, pixel art. So I look at these different flight sims like different works of art. And I like to set them up all differently so they kind of each have their own little thing. Yeah, I got Farming Simulator 17 also. I think I did like 2 days or something. I did like 2 things of farming, and I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it again after that. I liked it. I didn't have time because I've been working on other things. I do have a video though. On KILR TV, there is one video of Farming Simulator 17.
Sierra. Turn left heading 290.
Turn left, heading 290. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I have a bus simulator. It's an old one. I want to get. There's one called OMSI, OMSI. That's one that I'd like to get. There's another one. I can't remember what it's called. I am not sure how far away we are from this airport, but I think I'm going to slow down. So we're flying over Montana. Another thing that I have is Mega Scenery Earth. So I have the entire United States for Mega Scenery Earth. Some of the states look good, and other ones are kind of questionable. Alrighty there, SimCon. It's good to meet ya. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Thanks for coming by. Tell your friends.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Airport is at your 10 o'clock, 11 miles. Turn left heading 260. Report runway in sight. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn left heading 230.
If it's out there, I'm not sure where.
Turn left heading 230. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
11 miles. I don't even know the altitude of this airport. We were 11 miles from it, so wherever it's at, it's got to be close.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Turn right heading 265.
Turn right heading 265. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Is that it?
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. You are 800 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 8,500. Altimeter 29902.
Climb and maintain 8,500. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I saw what looked like an airport over here.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Please expedite your climb to 8,500.
I think that's it. Okay, no, that's not it.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Please expedite your turn to heading 265.
I don't have electronic Garmin or Navigraph hooked up to this thing, so I don't have a way of cheating to find out where the airport's at. I have to rely on ATC. And that can be kind of scary, actually. We can't be that far.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 265, climb and maintain 8,500. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, you are 1 mile north, turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 6,400. Expect vectors visual, runway 26, approach.
We're 1 mile away. Where?
Turn right, heading 050, descend and maintain 6,400. Expect vectors visual, runway 26, approach. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
We must have flown right over it.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 075.
Unless it's a grass runway.
Turn right, heading 075. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I have no idea. I just picked an airport. I looked at Google Maps and I'm like, okay, where can we fly? How about this place? Yeah, so I have no idea what the airport looks like. Oh my goodness.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, climb and maintain 9,600.
What?
Climb and maintain 9,600. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
I thought I was supposed to get vectors. This has got to be like a grass runway, a dirt runway, or something.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your climb to 9,600.
I think
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left heading 050, climb and maintain 9,600.
because I don't know about you folks, but I don't remember seeing the airport. Be just my luck, I picked an airport that that you can't see.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, please acknowledge.
Please acknowledge.
Turn left, heading 050. Climb and maintain 9,600. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Oh, nope, that was not the right button. Oh no, what did I do? Or let's look at the navigation log here. MT18. Well, I do have Navigraph on this other computer.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your climb to 9,600.
At least I remember it. There it is. I don't know what Navigraph does sometimes. It's like I have it on my toolbar.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your climb to 9,600.
I might have to find another airport.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 080, climb and maintain 9,600.
Turn right, heading 080, climb and maintain 9,600, Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Okay, what was that airport? Montana, MT18? Well, wouldn't you know, it doesn't come up on Navigraph. Of course it doesn't.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, please expedite your climb to 9,600.
Okay. We're not going to this place because... wait a minute. Wait. What's that? That's a road. Never mind. Let's find another airport.
Helena, approach. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra. Cancel IFR at this time.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, understand, cancel IFR. Please confirm.
Affirmative. Cancel IFR. Beach 1, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200, maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Alright, nearest airport list. There's Wilhelm Airstrip. Oxbow, yeah, see, Silver City, that's where I wanted to go. But I'm not even seeing that. Helena Regional, we'll go there.
Helena Airport information, Oscar 1652, Zulu, wind calm, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions, few clouds at 4,200, temperature 12, dew point 2, altimeter 2992, ILS, runway 27 in use, landing and departing runway 27. VFR aircraft say direction of flight, all aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Oscar. Helena Airport information, Oscar 1652, Zulu, wind calm, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions, few clouds at 4,200, temperature 12, dew point 2, altimeter.
Okay, I got a chart pulled up. There's a VOR, Helena, 117.70. Which... perfect. It's 14 miles away. So I may not be able to see where I'm at on Navigraph, but at least I can pull up the charts and find, you know, just like any pilot would, and be able to
Helena Tower, Beach, November 71, Foxtrot, Sierra.
Get me there.
15 miles northwest Oscar to land. Beach, November 71, Foxtrot, Sierra. Helena Tower, big fight traffic, runway
after we land, I've got to move the plane to MT-18 and just see what it is. Is it dirt? Is it grass? It'll be interesting. The elevation at Helena Regional is 3,877. There is an ILS for runway 27. 110.1. Let's see. I'm going to set. Set that one up there. 110.1. There we go. We got the signal for it. And 267 is the heading. Right about there. Are we 115 miles away? That's not right. That can't be right.
Helena Tower, Beach, November 71, Foxtrot Sierra, is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport. Beach 1, Foxtrot Sierra. Airport is 10 o'clock, 9 miles.
That's that direction. I might have to go this way in order to intercept the localizer. Alright, well, I can't see it out that way. Running out of power for some reason. trying to get this to level out. Come on, dude! Where the heck's that airport? Oh, that's not it. Ah, there it is! Yay!
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, cleared to land, runway 27. Cleared to land, runway 27. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Alright, we don't need the autopilot. We know where it's at. Still a little too high.
Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra, contact ground on 121.9er.
Yeah.
121.9er for Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra. Helena, ground, Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, taxi to the gate. Beach November 71 Foxtrot Sierra, taxi to the gate, Papa 2, via taxiway, Golf, Foxtrot.
See, we park at the gate because we're special. Even though we're not in an airliner.
Using taxiway, Golf, Foxtrot. Beach 1 Foxtrot Sierra.
Golf Foxtrot. Okay, so this way, I assume. Let's find out. Yep, I just saw the arrow over there. It's just dating back to the old simulators, you know, when they didn't have air traffic. I would park in the areas where the airliners would go. So, you know, it's just it's an old habit of mine. What can I say? Okay, well here's Foxtrot, but which way are we going? That way. Okay. This is a little bit different of an airport. I don't think that building there in front of us, I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. Okay, well, apparently we are parking right over here. It's a gate. It doesn't have a jetway, but it's a gate. And look at that. I can turn this off without it saying, "Oh, congratulations, you leveled up." And there's even a door that opens. Wow. Revolutionary. In 2020 and 2021, they don't have doors that open up. Okay, so we didn't go to Silver City because I haven't. We must have been flying all around it, and I sure didn't see it. But we did go to Helena Regional, which is where we are here. There's no air traffic. I'm guessing maybe this doesn't have any AFCAT files. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and let's go to MT18 and just see if I'm just blind or if it really was hard to find. There it is, Silver City. Yeah, we'll put ourselves on the... Oh, it's just one runway. Look at that. There's no taxiways or anything. 8 and 26. All right, let's put us over there. Let's see what happens. Out of memory. This is it? No wonder I couldn't see it. No wonder I couldn't see it. Okay, well, I do remember these marks, though. I remember these, and I thought it was the airport at first. Yeah, so just come up here a little bit. Wow. Yeah, that was not easy to find.